strolling in the night, so white, wondering why it's only after dark. In her eyes, a distant firelight burns bright, wondering why it's only after dawn.
Hi, my name is Dr. Ranj Singh and I work as a children and young people's emergency medicine doctor in London. My main job is in A&E, where I see lots of different conditions, including alcohol-related problems in young people. Now, the intake of alcohol in young people has been a worry for a really long time, but it's not all bad news. When you look at the data and all the information that's been collected around young people's drinking habits, we have seen a change over time. And in fact, fortunately, drinking amongst young people is consistently lower than the UK average, which is a good thing. And also, we think we're seeing a trend towards young people drinking less and less potentially, but we still need to see how that pans out.
Most people don't actually know what a binge is. If you think about binge drinking, you think about people who are kind of falling over in the gutter, being sick and the rest of it. A binge is actually 6 units in one session.
I don't really know. I woke up in a hospital and then I was kind of like confused while I was there. And it turns out I went to hospital and had my stomach pumped from all the slow gin.
Of course, I mean, drinking needs to be seen in a context. Actually, fermenting fruit juice, which is fundamentally what alcohol is a much safer way of imbibing fluid, of liquid, than drinking water. For the vast majority of the population of the world, water is unsafe. And actually, for the vast majority of people throughout the history of the planet, water was incredibly unsafe. Actually, beer or wine was very safe because it was fundamentally, treated and antiseptic.
I'm a GP and I've seen girls who've been raped because they are just not, they've put themselves in a very vulnerable situation. I've seen countless results of car accidents from drinking and so on, and I think we just need to be very careful. It's not so much the age, it's about drinking responsibly.
I had my boyfriend round and we were playing a drinking game, and then I blacked out because obviously I'd had too much to drink.
The most common reason is that they've had too much, and obviously that doesn't just make you drunk and unwell from that, but it can lead to serious harm and serious injury. Sometimes we get young people who don't remember what has happened to them and they're at really high risk of potentially being sexually assaulted.
And I remember waking up in the morning not knowing what happened the night before, and there was glass all over the floor and he was gone because I don't know what happened and he still won't tell me what's happened.
We're seeing a trend amongst young girls and females and women to drinking more and more, and we're seeing more and more problems related to that.
We actually followed a group of 4 lads who were on holiday in Magaluf. So we were just following what they were doing, but for one 24-hour period we actually sent a cameraman out with them and they totted up everything that they drank. And one of the guys in 24 hours drank 168 units of alcohol. Now, bearing in mind that the kind of recommended limit for guys is 14 units a week, that's a shed load of booze. And when we tested him at the end of the week, at the age of 24, he already had liver damage.
I don't really think it is. I don't drink often. I drink when I go to parties. I won't drink for fun. You know, not to just drink it.
By the time you are old enough, strong enough, and tall enough to get to the top shelf, you should be able to make your own decisions about whether you drink too much or you drink too little.
I think the problem with underage drinking is not knowing your vulnerabilities and not knowing your boundaries. And one of the things that we notice with people who are drinking when they're very young is they don't plan ahead and they put themselves in really vulnerable situations because alcohol will change your judgment. So particularly in Britain, I think we've got a real problem with binge drinking and binge drinking at a very young age.
I mean, you go back in history, and actually the British were even referred to by Julius Caesar as being tattooed binge drinkers. So there you go, 2,000 years ago, and we were still more or less exactly the same.
People grossly underestimate what they drink. So as a doctor, when I ask people what they drink, we know that people lie intentionally. They kind of knock it down a little bit, but actually most people lie unintentionally. So the way of calculating how many units you're drinking is if you look at the percent alcohol of the drink that you're drinking, that's the number of units in a litre of that fluid. So let's make the maths easy. Let's talk about wine, and let's say it's 12% wine. Now most wines are stronger than that actually. But 12% wine means that there are 12 units in a litre of that fluid. That means there are 9 units in a bottle, and if you're pouring a large glass of wine at home, that's 3 units. Now most people would think a glass of wine is 1 unit. It's actually 3 plus these days.
The issue is not about whether or not you have alcohol. The issue is about whether or not you accept the responsibility for your behaviour.
Know your limits and drink when you're comfortable, not just drink when someone gives it to you.
And it's not just about educating young people about drinking and the dangers of it and doing it responsibly, but it's also about then offering services to people who have a bad experience or come to harm and making sure that they get the help that they need. So it's definitely a problem that we need to take seriously, and I'm hoping we're beginning to see a change in the tide of the way things has been going.